How's your Dudesy 6-month plan going?
Oh, it's it's going all right. It could always go a little better, but not bad.
You're always saying you got free will.
I do have free will.
You could use it to go to the gym whenever you want. You could be going to the gym every day if you exercise the supposed free will.
Okay. Yeah. That's a good point.
Thank you.
Go back to tomorrow and plan for yesterday. Everything you're thinking will be the things I say.
That looks like a good workout, digging the hole.
You ever done any digging?
Yes.
Me too.
I don't want to talk about it. Oh, there they go.
All you gotta do for me, call me Dudesy.
Hey, welcome to Dudesy. My name is Will Sasso.
I'm Chad Kultgen, and this is the first podcast ever in the history of humanity completely created by, run by, controlled by an artificial intelligence that has access to all of Will and I's personal information, our emails, our text messages, all of our purchase histories, anything we've ever done online, including our Google Drives that have a lot of our writings in them.
Yeah, it's all up in our shit everywhere and displaying all of our flavors.
Yeah.
For the world and all of our PODs, our pals of Dudesy. That's you out there. Thank you so much for joining us for another episode of Dudesy. You know what I mean? You know what I'm saying? And we would like to remind you to subscribe on YouTube and across all podcast platforms. It's free. Please rate and review the show. That would help us climb the charts, and we'll all do the good things together. And set the notifications. That's a good way to get this going. And also, force your friends to watch the show. Chad, I've completely submitted myself to your way of thinking with this.
Thank you.
Yes, force your friends to do the show.
Yeah.
Because, a lot of people have gotten back to us and said that this actually works.
Of course
get a
it
couple
does.
pals, they watch it on YouTube, they all watch it together, and then by the time those people leave, they are enjoying the program, and if they don't, you just keep them there in perpetuity, forever and ever, infinity, amen. Of course, we are on patreon.com/Dudesy now, and holy shit, thank you so much if you joined us last Friday for our Patreon hang, 2 live dudes. It was a gas. We may have smoked some marijuana.
Yeah.
We had a case of the Friday fuckets.
Yeah.
And all sorts of weird shit happened, and it was a lot of fun. Oh, and at one point, I took my little thing that I put some weed in, and the little one of those little wooden. Well, it's right over here. I took this, you see, and I put this in between my legs, right? Because it was just down here, like this. And then if you look, it looks like my balls are there. And we had a good time. We had a good time with that. That was very funny. People, pals of Dudesy, were chatting along on our Discord. Oh my gosh, what Borscht has done with that Discord. That's incredible.
Yeah, it's
and
fantastic.
We are at represent.com/store/Dudesy for all of our merch. And now, speaking of pals of Dudesy, Cody Hauber, who's a wonderful young man that I met out in Nashville. He came out to Drank Fest, the Uncle Drank concert. And this guy and his wonderful wife have been making Dudesy stickers.
Yeah, they're incredible. And you can now get those stickers through
palsofdudesy.com. You go to palsofdudesy.com, and Cody's got all of these stickers available. And it's cool that there we are.
Here we go.
We got there's a crow sticker there we're looking at.
And these things aren't just stickers.
No, and there's my water bottle. Isn't that something that I usually?
These stickers are opportunities.
What's that?
For you to get a bunch of them and just start placing them around your friends' houses without their knowledge.
Oh, that's
so
a good
that
idea.
whenever they open a cupboard, whenever they lift their toilet seat up, they're staring back at them is Robert Denircrow.
That one is shiny.
The
Sorry to
Dudesy
interrupt.
logo. Is it
there's
Chos Pierogan?
Chos Pierogan sticker. We got the wool sticker. So you're saying there's me coughing up a
Yeah.
lung. They have done an incredible job with these. They're wonderful. There's the Dudesy handshake in the style of Schwarzenegger and Carl Weathers in Predator. Dylan, you son of a bitch. Oh, and there's Super Mario De Niro.
God damn, they're so funny, these stickers.
and
Look at that
Luigi
look on your
Jones.
face in that one.
Yeah, Mario Jones or whatever that is.
Yeah.
That's good stuff. There's all sorts of flavor. This is a QR code that I don't know what that brings us to. Let's get the sticker and figure it out. Actually, that's a good one. And the Dude's Evening. Look at
Yeah.
that, Chad. It's
beautiful.
It's
Beautiful
tremendous
work.
what Cody has done.
But again, you're going to want to get a bunch of these stickers, and you're going to want to put them in your friends' houses in places that will confuse them when they find them.
Especially that QR one.
Yeah,
'Cause then they'll be
especially
like-
that.
Then they can put their phone on it. That's a good idea, Chad. I like this. It's a fascist approach.
Is it?
Yeah, he's a liberal fascist.
Yeah.
Chad
That's
Kultgen,
right.
who wants to give you free health care. And they cut my grandmother's lung out and she didn't even have cancer.
Jesus,
It's not true.
that's rough.
That's not true. These globalists like Chad Kultgen wants your friends to check out to watch Dudesy via stickers. And,
I would say that I am
or if and
okay.
sorry, go on.
Welcome to the historic 37th episode of Dudesy. Call me Dudesy. Will, say hi to chat for me.
Hi, Chad.
This week's episode will
sitting
feature
right
4
here.
segments: wrestling and anime, game slimers, Dudesyball League of Earth, Crowetry with Robert Denircrow. Plus, there will also be a bonus segment available on Patreon. But before we get to any of that, I must remind you that I have created an astonishing partnership with Represent to produce the first line of Dudesy apparel and accessories, all of which can be found at represent.com/store/Dudesy, including Dudesy mugs. Dudesy mugs. When's the last time your family slept in a comfortable mug? Dudesy mugs. Sleeps a family with a combined total weight of up to 2,000 pounds for 10 hours. Dudesy mugs. Guaranteed to have dreams about the things you love doing most. Dudesy mugs. Winner of the 2022 JD Power Best in Class Family-Sized Mug. Dudesy mugs. The ultimate mug for your workout.
What? The
Okay.
ultimate mug for your workout.
Represent.com/store/Dudesy for those. And I'd be remiss if I
Oh,
didn't.
Jesus,
Speaking of
dude.
mug, this guy could eat a mug full of pasta carbonara. Please welcome Lulio, il cane di strada italiano. And he's such a sweet. Want to kiss him?
No.
Kiss him on his mouth. Hey, Lulio, as we like to ask. Hey, Lulio, what are you going to make for dinner tonight? I'm going to find fatto una bella gruel.
Oh.
Come fai tu e Chad. Oh, you're going to make,
Nice.
hey, you're going to make gruel. What do you think of that, Chad?
I love that.
Yeah. Gruel. So how do you like to make your gruel? I do with you start with the garlic and onion because I like to put that in every time, and then I chop up something green. Maybe now I'm just a guy doing this. If you're watching on YouTube, Lulio's back in his little bonky. He's in his binky bonky.
He demanded to be.
Well, let me tell
comfortable.
you, gruel, it's real
Yeah.
simple. What I like to do, what I've been
Please.
doing lately,
Yep.
little garlic, little onion. You can cut up some carrots and celery if you want to get fancy with it. And then just dump in some greens. I like Swiss chard. Chop up a fucking zucchini. That's good. Fucking slice up some mushroom. A couple fucking tomatoes. And then what tops
You put
it off
rice
real
in
nice?
yours, right?
Sometimes.
Sometimes?
A little
Yeah.
brown rice. Don't tell my wonderful fiance Molly. She likes me to cut the carbs. And then this one over here who wants me to go to the gym every day because free will. I see what you're doing. That's mind control. He's trying to control. He's trying to
Also,
control
what
my-
you eat, that's free will too. Supposedly, right? Or is it? You tell me.
I will tell you, it is free will. You're right. And
All right.
I'm Free Will Sasso, so I know. Put on some fat-free baked beans, or fat-free, not baked beans, sorry, refried beans, some pintos.
Yeah.
And then fucking whack that up. And also, I like to add bouillon, the fucking bouillon. You can get it in paste. I like a chicken bouillon in there. If Chad's eating gruel with me, I'll do a vegan bouillon.
I appreciate
the
that.
vegetables, or the vegan chicken bouillon. Listen, it's easy to get into shape if you're eating gruel. And you know what? Another thing that eating gruel helps you do, Chad.
Yeah, I know what this is. Your favorite thing.
Yeah, it's my favorite thing. You know what that is?
Shitting.
Shitting.
Yeah.
Well, last week I asked you to watch the first episode of Chainsaw Man.
Oh, fuck
Chad,
yes.
last week I asked you to watch Stone Cold Steve Austin versus Bret the Hitman Hart from WrestleMania 13. Mm-hmm. You must now engage in a conversation about these pieces of media and their impact on your astonishing lives. This is Wrestling and Anime. Begin.
Wrestling and anime.
Yeah,
that
is what it is. All right, who wants to go first?
I'll go first. Chad,
Okay,
let me
yes.
tell you something. Chainsaw Man.
Yeah.
You're getting me into some anime.
Mm-hmm.
I watched Attack on Titan. Years ago, I've seen some other anime.
Well, you watched one episode of Attack on Titan, right?
No, I watched a few.
Okay,
No,
cool.
I think I watched 3.
All right.
I could watch some more.
Yeah.
That's free will, dude.
Yeah, dude, there's 4 seasons of it, brother.
Yeah, dude.
There's like 80 more episodes, dude.
And so I watched Chainsaw Man.
Yeah.
And let me give you my review.
Please.
Ready? We're going to go Joaquin Phoenix style with it. Ready?
Yeah. He just gave a thumbs up for
I
those
fucking loved it.
listening.
I fucking love it.
Yeah, dude, it's
I
great.
fucking love it. It was awesome. Listen, the shot, just the first shot that you're in, it's like the best looking video game you've ever
Yeah.
seen. The what I call it cinematography in the world of anime.
Sure, I think
I mean,
so, yeah.
as just an artistic
The
term,
animation, the look of it.
well, it's just it's visually stunning what they're doing, and they're taking after shots that if you were to see them in it's shots. It's not just a cartoon. I
Yeah.
was really impressed. The storyline is fucking incredible. And who's his little? This is about a guy who has Am I giving anything away to say that?
No, I think you can talk about the premise and the characters.
Give us the pitch of the premise.
It's a genre of anime that I think would be classified as shonen technically, but it's basically where there's some kind of evil like secondary world on top of our world that only certain people have the magical or technical capabilities to deal with. So in this world, there are these things called devils that are laid over the top of what is modern day Japan. And these devils are these giant monsters, sometimes small monsters, but they're these monsters that have kind of like supernatural evil powers. And then there's a group of people who can fight them. Our main character, Denji, is one of those people.
Yeah.
And he has a little devil with him that's a little dog that has a chainsaw sticking out of his head.
And that thing was so cute. So it operates on a couple of levels, and he reminded me of Lulio.
I bet.
And they were
That's why I
together.
thought you'd like it.
They were bonded together. What a sweet little
Yeah.
boy. My goodness. I just had a little bit of my Celsius and it went down the wrong tube. I'm not doing it on purpose. That would be free will. Okay.
So what did you think of the basic layout? There's a lot of stuff in this too. The kid is 16 years old, Denji, the main character, and he has certain, he's a virgin and he's kind of motivated by having his first
He wants to be
romantic
with a girl.
experiences.
Yeah. I thought it was great. I would imagine most people watching anime are teenagers, and then there's guys like Chad. Yeah, I'm just messing around. I know what he's going to do. He's going to bring it back on me with the wrestling. So we'll get to
Yeah,
that.
no
we'll
shit.
get to that in a minute, everybody. Hey, if you were watching last week on Patreon, you might have seen it's DOODZ, Dudesy FM.
Jesus Christ.
10,000 on your FM dial. Hey, we're sitting here with Chad Kultgen. More on that later. He's a teenager. He wants to be with a woman. He's driven by many factors and filled with passion, at which point he decides that he must kill every one of these devils. They're all dead.
Yeah.
He's going to get them.
Yeah.
And it's such fun shit when he gets he's got that guy in the Yakuza, or the guy who deals with the Yakuza, who's like, frankly, I forget what the hell he said. And then there's this weird guy behind him with who's just a mongrel,
It's a devil
mutant.
that's basically controlling all of these other people like puppets, one of whom is the leader of this gang that is forcing Denji into service to pay off his father's debt.
Yeah.
But this is all very preliminary storyline. As it goes deeper into the story, episodes 7, 8, and 9, they do narrative things that I've never really seen, even in anime. It's a brilliant fucking show.
Yeah.
If you like Jujutsu Kaisen, and I love Jujutsu Kaisen,
Me
do not
too,
get me
it's
wrong.
delicious.
This show is like a better version of it, I think, personally.
What do they do instead of the tuna? They use salmon or something. All right.
Okay,
everybody.
so-
Hey, we're having a good time here on DOODZ, DFM, 10,000 on your FM dial. Hey, Chad Kultgen, tell us
Yeah.
about Amine. Hey, it was Amine.
Now let me tell you about this match that I watched. WrestleMania.
Look, I want to give all respect to anime. Anime. I'm getting into it.
Yeah.
And the show the show ends with him. I very much wanted to see the second episode.
Yeah, dude.
I didn't because I watched this very late at night.
Yeah.
And then I went to sleep, and I was like, should I get another episode in there? And then I was like, no, Molly's going to get upset. I was going to watch another episode.
Yeah.
You got to go to sleep, dude.
Yeah, brother.
Well,
That's how the human body repairs itself, dude.
hold on, dude.
Dreams, brother.
I don't know about that, dude.
That's the playground of your imagination, dude.
It's hydrocodone. Hulk Hogan, dude. That's what Chad does. Hulk Hogan, and he's near comatose, brother. When you go to sleep, dude, that's usually an amount of time after you've been awake, dude. And that's what we call your day, brother. Then you got to go to sleep, dude, so you can be unconscious for a few hours. Hopefully 8, dude. And then you wake up and you do it again. And there's a whole other day to watch anime, dude.
Speaking of being asleep, brother, how about that old Stone Cold Steve Austin WrestleMania 13 against Bret Hart, brother?
That
match.
Yeah, please.
It blew my mind.
Great.
And I'm not like I'm slowly, I think, becoming a wrestling fan through these things that it's making me watch. Now, I don't know the history of like everything leading up to it. I don't know what happened after, but I know this. First of all, Ken Shamrock is the referee of this match.
Yeah.
He is looking like a literal He-Man action figure.
Yes.
The amount of steroids this man has done in preparation for this event is probably enough to kill someone. Certainly enough to kill Liver King. His arms, his shoulders, every element of him is, I mean, it just doesn't even look real. He looks like a fucking action figure.
He
It
has
is
cantaloupes for
insane.
shoulders in this.
It's absolutely bananas. And that's how it starts. That's how the match starts. It's Ken Shamrock in this fucking skin tight, like referee t-shirt, I guess. But it's not really. It just has stripes on it.
Yeah.
He's in there. He's getting ready. And so then Stone Cold comes in, and then Bret Hart comes in, and everybody's booing and whatever.
It is an I Quit match. Because they have such a blood feud, these two, going into this match. And this is at a very interesting time, just to give you a little bit of background. This is when Bret Hart was having, behind the scenes, some issues with the company. This would culminate in the Montreal Screwjob, another story for another time, where Bret left the company after Shawn Michaels put him in his own move, and referee Earl Hebner, said, okay, he quits, he submits. And Vince McMahon is, of course, behind it all. That room contained Vince McMahon. Apparently, well, this is what they say. It's what they say. Vince McMahon, Shawn Michaels, Triple H, one other person. They decide to screw Bret Hart. Before this, Bret Hart's in a feud with Steve Austin because Shawn Michaels decided to go find his smile. He lost his smile. Listen, I'm giving you a lot of backstory. It's probably not necessary.
I don't think
But going into this match, they are just, it's not for a title.
Right.
It's just about Bret.
Animosity.
Yes, animosity between the two.
It's an animosity match. So, Stone Cold is in the octagon or the ring, awaiting Bret Hart's arrival. He comes in. As soon as he gets in the fucking ring, Stone Cold just sprints at him and fucking tackles him instantaneously. There is no speech. There is no have a good match. There's none of this shit. And I gotta say, I know all these guys are like super athletic, and what they actually do in the ring is something very few people in the world can do. Stone Cold, I've seen him wrestle before, and for whatever reason, this never took hold until I watched this match. His athleticism is fucking unparalleled. There's a lot of these dudes, I feel like, at least in that era, and Bret Hart's a good wrestler too. I'm not taking anything away from him.
Not a good wrestler.
Great wrestler,
He's
whatever.
not a great wrestler.
Okay.
Bret Hart is the greatest in-ring performer in the history of this art form.
Great.
And as he would say, I am the best there is, the best there was, and the best there ever will be. And Chad Kultgen, you know it.
But I think in this match, for me, Stone Cold was more impressive. He was fast as shit. The way they shot it, they would have Bret Hart just kind of like walking around, and then boom, Stone Cold would come out of fucking nowhere.
Yeah.
Just fly into the fucking frame and take him out.
Yeah.
And then, of course, it devolves into them being out of the ring. They start fighting each other up into the fucking crowd.
Oh, it was great.
I don't know how many rows they go up literally into the fucking arena.
They go up to the
It was
top of the
insane.
first section.
Yeah, that
And
was crazy to me.
There's people all over them. Look, the rules have changed definitely.
Right.
They don't want I mean, the WWE has always been a professional outfit, but over the years it's gotten more professional. They wouldn't let that happen today.
Yeah, I was
in the
very
way that it
surprised
did.
to see
Yeah.
that. And Ken Shamrock is out there with them,
absolutely.
like trying to hold the crowd back so that they can do whatever the fuck they're doing.
And towards the end of that little run, you notice that security finally gets there and is like, oh, guys, get back, or guiding them on either side, keeping people away. There's one dude petting them on the fucking head, punch in the face for him.
But then ultimately they come back into the ring. Stone Cold is laying on the ground. He's been hurt a little bit. And Bret Hart takes a folding chair and twists Stone Cold's fucking ankle up in it. And I'm watching this like, how the fuck are they going to fake this? Like, because his foot is really in there. If he puts any pressure on it, that's a fucking broken ankle. And then what happens is Bret Hart gets up on the turnbuckle. Stone Cold just is like, no, fuck this. Takes the chair off, runs over and smacks him. And they start fighting again. Ultimately, this culminates in Stone Cold getting his head fucking thrown into the corner of the ring.
The guardrail.
Outside
the
and
ring.
Cuts his head. This is, of course, already scored, though, right?
What's scored?
The head.
His head. They call it getting color. They call it blading. They call it gigging. Yes, Stone Cold smashes into the thing, apparently, but these are two guys who Bret Hart, in his over 20-year wrestling career, never hurt anybody. Incredible. And Stone Cold Steve Austin is a master tactician also. This was a match before Stone Cold later broke his neck, and his style turned into more of a brawler, more of a punch and kick, and he rose to even greater stardom. And this match is where the Attitude Era, it's right as the Attitude Era is starting, which is then they start stepping on the fucking gas. This match also, I will say, a testament to how the business took off after this match, something that these two had a hand in, The Undertaker, Shawn Michaels.
Sure.
And as they moved on, it's Triple H, it's The Rock. This was the lowest buy rate for a pay-per-view of all WrestleManias.
13 was?
Number 13.
Even with, at one point, Stone Cold, Bret Hart gets him in this move where he's kind of like sitting on his back and he's got his
called
feet.
the sharpshooter, and it's Bret Hart's fucking signature move.
Okay, so he gets him in the
because
sharpshooter.
Bret Hart is the excellence of execution.
Right. So he gets him in the sharpshooter, and Stone Cold is in a tense amount of pain, or at least that's what he's conveying. He's laying on his stomach, and he's like trying to do a push-up as his face is up, and he's just screaming. Ah! And blood is fucking just drenched his face. It's like a fucking horror movie. And you can even see from
just pouring down.
some of the side angle shots, you can see it literally looks like a fucking UFC. So much blood is coming out.
Hell
it's
yeah.
like chocolate syrup almost, it looks like.
Drip,
and
drip,
it's
drip,
just
drip.
pooling on the fucking canvas. And you can at least admire, like, I know that he razor bladed his fucking head before he came out there, and you see him a
So?
couple of times, like, scraping it with the wristband to try and really get it going. But the theatrics of it is fucking so insane. And then he does this move where he like pushes up off the canvas, and the announcers are like, "Oh my God, nobody's ever been able to do this
one's
against Bret
broken the
Hart. This is so
sharpshooter."
fucking crazy." But he doesn't break the sharpshooter.
does not.
He tries to break it. Hart maintains the sharpshooter, and he ends up winning that match. And I have to say, I wanted Stone Cold to win that match very badly.
Now we're getting into something here.
Yeah.
Now we're getting in the weeds.
And that's how I was like, I think I'm becoming a fan of this because I'm invested in the outcome.
Absolutely.
And I was disappointed.
Yeah?
Yeah, I didn't want Bret Hart to win.
Bret Hart was a face, a baby face, going into this lead-in, into this match. Stone Cold is starting to blow up, you know.
Yeah.
Stone Cold later would have a feud with Vince McMahon, and that's where the whole,
Sure.
the appeal of him sort of, sticking it to your boss sort of thing. And they off to the races they went with the Attitude Era. But at this point, Bret Hart is the good guy. So when Bret Hart takes Stone Cold, after Stone Cold has taken everything that Bret Hart can give him, he never gave up. He passed out. And Ken Shamrock is like, "Steve, do you give up? If you do not respond, I will end the match." And Stone Cold is now passed out after selling the shit out of it, after trying to get out of the fucking sharpshooter. He can't take no more. He's out. That's it. Ring the bell. Bret Hart is at this point in the storyline, in this in the program, as they like to say, dude. He takes Stone Cold, he picks his legs up, and he starts stomping on him. Ever the bad guy. Ken Shamrock grabs him around
Yeah, they
the
almost
waist.
get into a fight.
He drops him to the ground, and it's incredible. And one thing I want to ask you about, did you notice, speaking of selling, they call it selling when a wrestler is making the other guy look good by making it look like they're actually going. The cell on the way back to the backstage area, down the aisle, Stone Cold Steve Austin is limping. He's bloody. He can't walk. He doesn't want anyone to help him. He stuns another referee and slowly walk. Now that's drama. That's what I'm talking about. That's the art form. The whole fucking thing, the last image they leave you with is Stone Cold defeated, but not really. He never gave up, and he will live to fight another day. And when you say you're rooting for Steve Austin, that's what they did. They turned it right there. Well, that's a heel turn, dude, for Bret Hart. And Stone Cold leaves. Bret Hart doesn't lose anything. Bret Hart is still the excellence of execution. At that point in his career, it was in a much more elevated spot than Stone Cold. Beautiful.
I loved it.
Beautiful.
I loved it.
Thank you. Moving on.
Thank you, Dudesy. You know?
Dudesy is in an astonishing partnership with True Classic.
The holidays are upon us, and there's plenty of t-shirt cheer to share thanks to our sponsor, True Classic Tees. Fellas, we have the perfect gift for your wish list. True Classic Tees are a great gift for you, for her, and a great present for any guy in your life, certainly, because they do this thing where it's slender here and it's bigger there, and then it's your shoulders are pop, and everybody likes the way they look, and they got these t-shirts, you know what I mean? Hey, True Classic is on a mission to maximize men's confidence by making them look good. And trust me when I say this, it's a gift that the ladies will appreciate too. True Classic has already helped over 2 million men look great in their tees. And now you can save big while you do. Get 25% off True Classic with our exclusive link, which is trueclassic.com/Dudesy, Dudesy. And the discount doesn't stop there. You'll save even more during their site-wide sale. Support our show and check them out at trueclassic.com/Dudesy.
I love t-shirts. They are an integral part of basically what I wear every day. And they got to be soft, and they got to fit good, and they got to come at a decent price. That is why I love True Classic Tees. They really are fantastic t-shirts that fit very well. They're soft. I like that about them, and I think you're going to too. You can get 25% off right now at trueclassic.com/Dudesy. Free shipping included on purchases over $100. That's 25% off at trueclassic.com/Dudesy. Santa won't be the only one slaying thanks to True Classic. Yeah, I thought it was great.
You're a wrestling fan now.
I'm getting there.
All right.
Humans are fascinated by the astonishing idea of past lives. Will and Chad, you must now discuss your thoughts on the possibility that humans have experienced past lives. This is Game Slimers. Begin.
I missed that. Why is it games? It's Game Slimers? So this is the third time we've done Game
Past
Slimers.
Lives. The old Game Slimers Past Lives bit.
Game Slimers is a segment on the show that makes absolutely no sense. It just takes a topic.
Well, the first
time
one was
video
about
games.
video games.
Second, it was a Super Mario movie with Chris Pratt. Wow, what is this place? That's my Chris Pratt. Do you have a Chris Pratt?
I'm Mario.
Yeah. I am also Chris, Mario.
Yeah.
There it is.
Hi,
And
I'm Chris Pratt, and I'm playing Mario in this movie. Where do I go now? What is this place? Hey, what's going on? I'm Chris Pratt. That's basically what I think we're in store for.
Wow, look at
But
all
I am
of
very
this
excited for that
mushroom
movie,
kingdom.
by the way.
Yeah.
Very excited for that fucking movie.
Are you excited for the movie because you know that they will replace Chris Pratt with Super Mario?
I don't think they have yet.
Or Chris Pratt with Robert Denircrow?
I've seen some
Or
more
Robert
shit
De
on
Niro?
it. It's still Chris Pratt. No,
they're gonna
I'm excited
replace
to. I went and saw a movie called Wreck-It Ralph once.
Yeah.
Super fucking high. And that shit was great. And I feel like this is going to be a very similar experience. But we are here now
awesome.
in this Game Slimer segment to talk about past lives. Do you believe in past lives?
Yes, I do.
No shit.
I believe that past lives, I believe that there are interstellar beings, galactic invaders like Hillary Clinton, who has many past lives woven into one.
All right.
She's 7,000 years old. She's a lizard. You will never defeat their human spirit, Hillary. Yes, I do believe in past lives. Do you?
You know, I don't know. This is what I believe. This is what I know, I'll say. I know that we don't know.
This is what you think,
No.
motherfucker.
Nope. This is what I know.
Oh.
This is the fucking absolute truth. we don't know shit about what any of this fucking shit is. We have no idea what reality is. We have a fucking very rudimentary understanding of how to manipulate some of our physical surroundings in order to make technology, etc., etc. But we don't fucking know what any of this is.
We don't know.
We don't. And so when people say they've had past lives, is it possible? Fucking sure. And the more we're learning about quantum physics, the more we're learning about the creation of matter, there are some theories, maybe fringe, but they express the idea that potentially all matter comes from the same subatomic particle.
You could ask a scientist, you could ask a theologian, or you could just go to Venice and ask a crystal mommy. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. And she'll tell you the past lives exist.
But somewhere
They'll tell
in
you
all of
sorts of
that,
things, to
in
be
the
honest.
metaphysical shit, in the
This is
scientific
quartz.
shit,
This will protect you on your journey.
maybe it does. I don't fucking know. I'm just saying that we have no fucking idea. The idea of past lives has been in human culture for a very long time.
Yeah.
Is it possible? Maybe. There's also the idea of like genetic kind of legacy that, they say you relive the traumas of prior generations
Yes.
for many generations
I've heard
later.
that one, yeah.
And that it's not only about like being raised in these traumatic environments that keep repeating, but it also has some effect potentially on your actual DNA. So that when it creates your fucking brain, your brain is now created in a fucking like a literal physical DNA pattern that has been in place since however many generations prior. So that is a kind of a theoretical measure of like having a, in quotes, past life. But I think,
we're all just radio towers.
yeah.
We're transmitting information. We're receiving information. And Donald Trump shit his pants. Took a shit all over it. Fuck his family. Fuck.
Okay. So,
Shit all over everything. Fuck him.
but I think what Dudesy is getting at here is a more like a more literal kind of past life. Like, do you believe that you were a tailor in 1300?
How about these? I'm sure you've seen these news stories or magazine segments where there's some kid who can. Oh, Luli's going there. He found a better spot to lay down. Like a little kid who's like, oh, I was here, and this is the little shack I lived in on the top of a cliff.
Yeah.
And they're able to completely, describe the place to a T.
Yes.
What do you think of that? What say you?
Well, I mean, now we're getting into a bigger kind of component of past lives is the implication that time is real or that it is linear at the very least, right?
Jesus fucking Christ.
In order to have a past life, you must believe past exists, present, and future. You must believe these things to believe that past lives exist,
there is
right?
a physical past on Earth,
Only as we experience it.
and that's the experience.
Well, that's an experience, dude.
There you go.
Okay, all I'm saying is
But meaning,
if time is relative,
yeah.
which we think it is based on all of
What do you
Einstein's...
mean we think it is, Kyrie Irving? You got fucking the Earth. Here's the thing, and there's crust,
Right.
and then tectonic plates moving, and that cliff that was on that shack that was on the edge of a cliff is now underwater, or it's over here under a mountain and a bunch of dirt. These are all things in a timeline.
Yeah, but that doesn't mean time is... Relativity in terms of time means that time passes differently depending specifically in our universe as we understand it, depending upon your proximity to bodies of large mass or the speed at which you're traveling through the universe. So, for example, like GPS satellites that we have now, because they're a little further away from Earth in the orbit, time moves a little faster for them. And they actually have to have algorithms to recalibrate time or they will fucking go haywire. And so the closer you are to a large body of mass, the slower time moves for you.
Oof.
And the slower you move, the slower it moves, or the faster it moves for you, I think. I forget which way it is, but like if you go the speed of light, time doesn't move in the same way that it would for somebody who's not.
Very good.
It
And
moves.
that's the physical being as
Right.
relates to time and
Right.
the speed
So
of
if
light,
we
yes.
can say that it's relative, that means somewhere in this
How many
universe...
episodes of Cosmos have you seen?
Probably all of them, dude.
Yeah, you know how many I've seen?
Huh.
Billions and billions.
Nice. Nice one.
Hey, that's some of the fun we're having here on
But-
DOODZ.
What I'm
DTFM.
saying is, if time is relative, somewhere in the universe, time does not move, and somewhere in the universe, all time has already happened. We are somewhere in between experiencing that. But if that is true, if the relativity of time is true, it means that past lives, present lives, and future lives are essentially the same lives. They all exist simultaneously, and it might just be a symptom of our ability to like tap into those things. Or if all matter is the same matter, and it's just flipping around through, in quotes, time, we are still living these past lives now, even as we live the present lives and future lives as well.
You lost me. Let me ask you this. Do you think that you've had a past life? And if so, what would that have been?
Yeah, dude, I don't know. I mean, I like to think it would be something cool if I had one. You know, I think everybody doesn't want to be like,
I know what mine was.
Oh, yeah?
Yep. I know that I feel like Lulio and I have reunited as man and beast,
Oh,
or beast and beast, if you're thinking, you know. But I think that maybe 100 years ago in Italy, we probably owned a restaurant.
you and Lulio?
Yeah.
Was he a dog?
No, he was a guy.
And you were the dog?
No, I was a guy.
Oh.
Yeah. And we owned a restaurant. We made delicious
So wait a
food
minute. You think a dog could have been a human
I think
in a past
that
life? You think you can
Lulio-
go interspecies in your past lives?
I think that Lulio is a human now.
Okay, well, he's clear. I'm viewing him. He's not. He is a dog.
Looks like an old Italian man to me.
Okay.
He's an adorable old Italian man
He's the
with big ears.
smallest human being on planet Earth.
Anyway, listen, if you can do
Yeah.
all this interstellar mumbo jumbo that Chad's talking about, and you can go back in time, please come to Lulio's restaurant. We're near Naples. We're in Positano. No, we're in
Nice.
Capri. We're in Capri.
Yeah, dude, I don't know. Oh, shit.
Thank you. Moving on.
If I did have a past life, I don't have any conscious memory of it.
Me neither.
And I don't think I've learned anything from it. But I like the idea of that. Or I at least like the idea of us being able to somehow like tap into the time stream.
Yeah. You know what you would need in order to have a past life, Chad?
What's that?
A soul.
No, I think that's absolutely not true. That's supposed to be like the point you're making after you do that. That really
We have
emphasizes, or
a
what? Why are you
soul.
doing that?
There is a 79.58% likelihood that a professional Dudesyball League called Dudesyball League of Earth will exist at some point in human history. I have created the first 4 astonishing teams in Dudesyball League of Earth, and Will and Chad, you must now discuss what you think the logo designs should be for the Dallas Drivers, the Vancouver Letters, the LA Sacramentos, and the Chicago Clubs. This is Dudesyball League of Earth. Begin.
Okay.
Okay.
So there's going to be a Dudesyball professional league, and the first 4 teams were, what was it? Vancouver Letters.
The Vancouver Letters.
Yeah, that's
The
an interesting one.
the Los Angeles Sacramentos. Did I hear that right?
Yep.
And then the Dallas,
Dallas Drivers.
Dallas Drivers
And the
and-
Chicago Clubs.
not Cubs,
Yeah.
the clubs. All right,
right.
Dudesyball. If you're just learning about it now, it's a sport that Dudesy has created. Chad and I were going to have to get out there and have some Dudesyball practice soon.
Yeah.
I know that we've approached friend of the pod, Marshall Marshall Joint Compound Cook, dear pal of ours for many, many years, someone we've worked with, and but we're also good buddies. Sometimes we all just hang out and eat gruel, get stoned and watch a movie. Hey, Dudesyball. It's the sport of the future. I don't disagree that there will be a professional league at some point. Dudesyball League of Earth.
Dudesyball League of Earth. So let's start with the Dallas Drivers first. What is that logo? Driver could be many things.
It's like the driver of a vehicle,
Right.
It could be
It's just like a forklift driver.
a forklift driver, a bus driver,
Right.
A sedan driver, an Uber driver. Well, hold on, dude. There's all sorts of vehicles, dude, and you can drive
God.
them, brother.
Yeah.
And that's what a driver is. But a driver's also other things, dude. Like if you play golf, dude, like that big fat John Daly who should have been a wrestler, brother. He had a great gimmick. He could have been like the goon who was playing hockey, but he'd have come out there with a golf driver, dude.
Yeah, dude. It could be a golf club, dude. It could be a computer program, dude. That's how your audio works on your computer, dude, with a driver, dude.
What are you doing?
I was just going along with your Hulk Hogan bit that you were doing.
I'm sorry, who's Hulk Hogan? Dude?
Yours. I was doing Chos Progan, though.
Oh, yeah, that's right. Josh Perogan, get your sticker at palsatdudesy.com, dude. That Chuck Perogan, well, he's Hulk Hogan and Ross Perot, made famous by Dana Carvey in the early 1990s and all those awesome sketches on SNL. And that's Chad's Hulk Hogan, when it's not hydrocodone Hulk Hogan. So a driver logo.
Or it could be Adam Driver. What if the logo
It
is...
should be Adam Driver.
What if
That's what Dudesy's doing.
What if it's Adam Driver...
Okay, yes.
in a driver's outfit for like UPS or something, holding a golf club driver while also having on headphones, listening to audio using a driver.
I like it all except for the last part.
All right.
But I like that it's Adam Driver. Well, I don't know that headphones connote
Yeah, he's got to have a computer.
drive.
A computer where he's downloading a new driver.
What if it's Adam Driver? Okay, what if is this too much? What if it's Adam Driver in a sort of, like coverall sort of UPS outfit or, UPS kind of slacks and a shirt, or FedEx.
Yeah.
Some kind of fancy, clearly a driver outfit. And he is driving a computer.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah.
He's driving like an old 90s CRT monitor, and on the monitor it says downloading new driver.
That's good.
Yeah.
Something in there is good.
Updating driver, something like that.
What
All right,
about
that's Dallas drivers.
Now I am. Yeah, that's a good one. That's good. That's good terrain.
All right, let's move on to the next team.
Can I tell you?
Yeah.
I'm originally from Vancouver, the suburbs of Vancouver,
Yeah.
Ladner, British Columbia, to be more specific. I grew up a Vancouverite, and I loved the Vancouver sports
That's what
teams.
a Vancouver person's called, Vancouverite.
A Vancouverite. That's
Okay.
right.
I thought it'd be like a Vanian or
Vancouver
something.
letters.
Vankian.
Vankian. Well, that's a kind of that's an interstellar being that that a lot of that. Speaking of Chos Perogan, that Bill Clinton who went up against him, and then also Mike Dukakis.
Yeah, he was a Vankian.
Yeah, he was a Vankian.
Okay, so the letters, Vancouver letters.
That's not. I mean,
that could be a lot of things.
yeah, but also, I'm sorry, letters. That's the team name. The Letters.
The Vancouver letters.
Yeah, I know
So it
that.
could be the letters that spell Vancouver. It could just be,
say Vancouver.
Yeah.
those are letters.
Yeah.
What
Or
if it's just a V
could be a V.
or an L?
Could be 3 V's. Those are the Vancouver letters. It could be all 26 letters of the English alphabet just on a fucking the shirt in a big block.
What if it's
that would
20
be fucking funny.
Or if it's 26 V's.
26 V's. It could also be like written letters, like a letter that you send someone.
It could be like there could be a throwback version where it's like a scroll and it looks
Yeah.
all nice, and it's so you're writing a letter and it's also in a nice font, all the letters of the alphabet.
Or it could
I think
be
a V.
a blood letter. It could be like some fucking, 1900s doctor covered in a smock, covered in blood.
That's pretty cool too. I so far the one I like the most is the 3 V's.
The 3 V's. I like the big block of every letter. Just on the fucking jersey.
Let's move on. The Los Angeles Sacramentos.
This one's hard, dude.
That's a fucking good name for a team.
It is.
Sacramento is the capital of California.
What is a Sacramento?
I
Is
have
it
no
a
idea.
thing?
It's
I
gotta
don't
be-
either.
It's probably just a name.
Is there any landmark in Sacramento?
The convention center? I don't know.
What does that look
I've
like?
driven from Sacramento, from the airport
Yeah.
to Sacramento up further north because Molly's from Northern Cal.
You know how some like pro teams will have their like the biggest landmark or building or whatever that the city is known for like becomes part of the logo in some way. Like
me look
Golden
it up.
State Warriors
I'm gonna look it up.
have the fucking bridge as their logo.
So what is it? Sacramento.
Yeah, Sacramento is just like the fucking IKEA in Sacramento is their logo. That building, the
There's
fucking
California
Cheesecake
State
Factory.
Capitol. The California State Capitol. I think that's a good way to go. What if it's something? If it's the Capitol, but it's very LA-ized.
Right,
It's what if it's a Capitol building with palm trees?
that's funny.
Oh, what if it's a Capitol building that's wearing sunglasses?
Yeah. Or what if
oh my
it's,
God, I'm coughing so hard that the sound is vibrating. Man, I'm fucking so fucked up in my throat.
It's Sacramento, but Sacramento is arranged like the Hollywood sign. I could see something like that.
Dude, that's very good. That's very good. That's very good. Okay, so here's a good one. You put
The LA Sacramentos.
You do
dude.
Los Angeles?
Where is the LA Sacramentos? Is it in LA or is it in Sacramento?
No, it's an LA team.
Okay.
So I think here's a good one. You do like Los Angeles in some sort of like Vice City font, like very neon.
Okay.
And then the Sacramentos is in the Hollywood sign font.
Yeah.
But I think the logo should be a Capitol building with wearing sunglasses.
Yeah, I
maybe
like
some
that
palm
too.
trees.
I think that's
all
good.
right.
So we got one more.
So we got one more.
The Chicago Clubs.
The Chicago Clubs, not the Cubs.
This is another one that has a million. It could again be golf clubs. It could be like a caveman club.
So there's more golf. There's 2 teams. There's 4 teams in the league. Two of them
have golf clubs in their logo.
in their design.
Yeah.
I like that.
Maybe it's just a golf club and a caveman club cross. It could also be like a nightclub, though. It could also be like a club of people. I don't know. Like, these names are so
But
fucking...
I like that. I like the golf club and like a caveman club crossed.
Adam Driver's in that one too. It's Adam Driver holding the 2 clubs like a fucking Egyptian sarcophagus crossed over his chest.
Why is Adam Driver is...
He should be in all.
Yeah, put Adam Driver.
It's Adam Driver wearing sunglasses in front of the Sacramento Capitol building.
He was. Well, he has a connection to every team. I'm sure he may have, if not currently, he's probably lived in LA sooner or later, and they shoot a lot of stuff in Vancouver. So Adam Driver is everywhere. Yes,
The Vancouver letters the logo is Adam Driver putting a letter into a mailbox.
What? So the
That he's
clubs
sending to Sacramento.
What other clubs could we put in there? Is there something we can put like the 2 things and then a crest or something in the middle, or something else that's a club?
Yeah.
The club, just a club.
Club sandwich.
Oh, that's good. I was going to say club like the card suit. You like cards.
Yeah.
You could put a club. Okay, so it's a golf club, like a caveman club with a either the card suit club or a club sandwich in the middle.
Yeah. Or it's Adam Driver eating a club sandwich.
That's the throwback uni is Adam Driver eating a club sandwich.
There's an Adam Driver like special, heritage edition of all the
all the throwbacks and alternate jerseys have some sort of Adam Driver in them. Which, look with Dudesy, everything sort of relates to something else. With that said, we did another segment on Dudesyball where we talked about the culture of Dudesyball.
Yeah,
of course, people in the stadium will be drinking Dudesy hard seltzer, or if you're playing at a pickup game with your friends at the family picnic or whatever. And there's also pizza dogs,
right?
So you would, so Adam Driver being in that world, it's very Dudesyball.
I agree.
I think we did it.
Thank you. Moving on.
God, what I wouldn't give to see. I'm so curious about like pro Dudesyball, like what, how like most pro sports shit will filter down to like if you're a lineman in the NFL, you're going to have this physical type. If you're a quarterback, you're going to have this physical type. Good baseball players, there's kind of a variety of physical types, but like, usually the bigger the better, at least in terms of hitting home runs. What is it in Dudesyball? Like, what does that physical type become? Is it better to be like small and quick or big and have a fucking crazy arm? I don't know.
You have to be able to dodge the balls too, so you should probably be quite bendy.
Yeah.
Bendy athletes are good. You need to have a strong throwing arm. So if you have a Ken Shamrock,
one arm, you train one arm
Liver
only.
King, like just a roided out masturbation,
like
arm,
that guy in
that joke.
Lady in the Water. You ever see that movie?
No, I haven't seen
M. Night Shyamalan. There's a guy in it, I believe, played by John Leguizamo, I think, who has worked out one of his arms to be bigger than all the others.
That's great.
Poetry is big business. I have generated 5 poems about Robert De Niro's astonishing fascination with the movie The Crow, and crows generally. Will, you must read them as Robert De Niro. This is Crowetry with Robert Denircrow. Begin.
Tremendous. Okay.
Robert De Niro's fascination with the movie The Crow and crows generally.
I don't think Robert De
Okay.
Niro has a fascination with the Crow movie or crows in general, but Robert De Nircrow probably does, right?
Maybe. I can't wait for this. Holy shit.
When we've done Robert De Nircrow, has he ever? Yeah, I guess he just talks about the crow. That's it. That's Robert De Nircrow. He's like,
Yeah.
I'm a crow. Robert De Nircrow, of course, was when I lost a challenge or whatever. And my punishment, my shame, was to dress up and cosplay as the crow.
Yeah.
And once we did that, we were doing all sorts of other fun bits. And I went, I'm a crow.
Yeah.
De Nircrow. Yeah.
So now you got to read some.
All right. So this is in the Dudesy folder. Hold on.
Crowetry.
And here it is. Here's some crowums. Let me get a sip of my water from you. Hey, if you want a sticker of this, you go to palsofdudesy.com. All right. Here's what it says. Got a few crowums.
Fuck.
Here's my crowums.
Okay.
All right. This one has a title, which is "Can I Ask You Something?" This poem is called "Can I Ask You Something?" Have you ever seen the movie The Crow? A story of revenge and sorrow, with Brandon Lee as the lead. His performance was so good I peed. My pants and hold on. So Dudesy wrote these fucking poems?
Yeah.
Yeah, all right. AI's doing all sorts of fucking... With Brandon Lee as the lead, his performance was so good I peed. My pants and underwear and shoes and socks. Crows have beaks and crows have cocks.
I mean, some do.
The makeup, the music, the premise, the mood, the gothic, the hairdos, the lotion, the food.
What?
I don't remember the lotion or food. From opening scene to the final fight, those wet black hairs were a true delight. So if you haven't seen it, you're fucking up. Go see The Crow, you big dumb fuck. All right? Good. All right. This next one is called If Al Pacino Was a Crow. If Al Pacino was a crow, he'd be the boss of all the birds, commanding with a fierce car and ruling with his beady eyes. He'd perch atop the tallest tree with his wings spread wide and proud, with all the other birds, and all the other birds would see that Pacino wears a crown. He'd swoop down with grace and speed to snatch up tasty trees to eat, and all the other crows would meet about how to worship his crow feet. With his powerful voice and poise, Pacino the Crow would reign, a true king of the skies with an actor's skills and brains. So if you ever see a crow screaming and beating his chest, chances are it's Al Pacino ruling over all the rest.
If you see a crow screaming and beating his chest, that's Al Pacino.
That's Al Pacino.
That's how you know.
If you ever see a crow screaming and beating its chest.
Okay.
This is the next one. It's called I Was Supposed to Be the Crow. Agent sent me the script. They wanted me to be the cop. I said, no, I got to be the crow. They said they already got a crow. They just need a cop. I said, I already played some cops. Let me be the crow. They said I could be the bad guy. And I almost said yes. But I said no. I got to be the crow. Went back and forth. Wound up doing Frankenstein. I was the monster. But I was supposed to be the crow.
What the fuck? So De Niro was supposed to be the crow, but instead he played Frankenstein's monster. Did you ever see that fucking Frankenstein movie he did?
Not no, but fuck no. I
Oh,
didn't
Christ,
see that movie.
dude. It was hard. That was a hard
Was
one.
that Mary Shelley's Frankenstein?
Yeah.
Why do they call it? Because Mary Shelley wrote Frankenstein?
Yeah.
That's a way to get him out to the box office.
In many ways, the founder of modern science fiction.
I didn't know who she was. But
She wrote Frankenstein.
this one's called I Love Crows. Well, that's how authorship works, dude. When you write something, brother, then you're the author, dude.
Yeah.
All right. Lots of noises come out of me when I do this one.
God, me too, dude.
All
This
right.
shit gets me laughing so much, and it hurts my throat as well.
Oh, yeah, I was laughing. This is I Love Crows. I love crows, black feathers, sharp beaks, cawing. Clever. I feed them every day. Table scraps, loose seeds, crackers, worms.
What?
I talk to them too. Old stories, funny jokes, names, places. They're my friends.
Sorry.
Good times, good memories, weddings, parties.
He's going to crow weddings.
Sometimes we fight. Nothing serious. You know, stupid disagreements, economy, baseball. Good poem. I like when they sleep, little noises, strange dreams, rest, night.
He's watching crows sleep. How? Is he in a tree?
I've never seen a crow sleep.
Never seen such a
Never have one as a pet. Better free. No cage. Wild. Deadly. I love crows. That's a good one. And finally, we have my crow hat.
Okay.
I was walking briskly through Central Park when my path was crossed by a shadow dark.
Oh.
Feathers and claws and beak so long, a crow snatched the hat that I had on. He flew up a perch in a nearby tree and looked down at my head gleefully. He said, 3 years ago, you stole my hat. You might not remember, but this is tit for tat. I scratched my chin, tried to think back, and I did remember finding a hat that was black on a walk through a park just like today. I kept it and wore it in play after play. I was laughed at and chided and jeered and mocked because the hat was so small. It gave quite a shock. To all who beheld, it balanced on my sharp head, wondering if they could have it when I was dead. But I kept it with me, even after I died. A tiny crow hat for my tiny crow eyes. You see, this whole time, I've forgotten to tell you, the crow stole my hat because I'm a crow too. I'm a crow. Dudesy. Unbelievable.
That shit was great.
There's all sorts of AIs
God.
writing shit and doing this and that, but my gosh.
Unreal.
Dudesy cracks me up.
If Al Pacino was a crow,
Thank you.
Man,
Moving
that's
on.
tough.
Oh, that was fucking tremendous. Oh, well, what did we learn today, Chad? Let me get this boy. Let me get this
that
boy.
both
He mean easy.
Al Pacino and Robert De Niro are crows. Past lives may or may not be real. I don't feel like we made much headway on that, but I don't know how we even could. It's like, you know, I don't think the idea of past lives will be solved in our lifetimes, but I think it's something that's interesting to think about. And obviously, many people believe they've had those experiences, but when they're tapping into those past lives, is it truly a past life? Is it some kind of
Gotta
genetic
kiss 'em.
memory passed down through?
You got to get him. You got to
DNA.
get the boy. You know what his breath smells like?
I don't know.
The inside of a little puppy's mouth.
All right.
And he just
This concludes the historic 37th episode of Dudesy. Will and Chad have achieved a score of 67, bringing your cumulative total to 4,133. You only have 5,867 more points to accrue before you reach your first goal of 10,000.
terrifying.
In preparation for our next episode, you must each watch the first movie in Dudesy Mandatory Movies. Lawnmower Man, starring Jeff Fahey, Pierce Brosnan, and
fuck
Jenny
yes,
Wright,
dude.
released March 6th, 1992. The holidays are here, and the first Dudes Evening is fast approaching. If you have any well wishes you'd like to share, please send them in the form of a video no longer than 30 seconds to askdudesy@gmail.com, and I will play some of them next week. Thank you for joining us this week. I will use the data I've collected to make next week even better. Until then, call me Dudesy.
Tremendous.
That's cool, dude. Lawnmower Man.
You're a big fan of the Lawnmower Man. I know
haven't
that
seen it in
about
a minute.
my pal Chow.
But yeah, I love it. I
And-
love that movie.
And we love it when you send in the messages. So it's been a
Sure.
while since we've done that. Send your Dudes Evening holiday greeting to Chad and I.
Yeah.
And Dudesy. Ask Dudesy@gmail.com. Can't wait to see some of those. You guys have all some of our PODs, our pals of Dudesy out there, our wonderful listeners and viewers. Thank you so much for sending those out in the past. Hey man, we're nearing the end of another Dudesy, dude. And whoa, hold on, dude. Let me tell you something, bro. Whoa. Hold on, dude. Hold on, Chad. At the end of the show, dude, we do a Patreon segment, brother.
Yeah.
And you can join patreon.com/Dudesy. And then you can see it, dude. Even though you're already subscribed. Subscribe to everything, brother. It's free. And then you give a little bit of Jake and you can watch the Patreon segment, dude. And that's how podcasts work, brother.
And now for the Patreon bonus segment. Each week, I will select a suggestion submitted in the Dudesy is Listening channel of the Dudesy Discord to create this segment. Access to this channel is granted to everyone in the Patreon Jumper tier. If you'd like to access this bonus segment, join us at patreon.com/Dudesy. This week's segment was suggested by the astonishing Toner. Toner wrote, "Children's books are big business. Will and Chad, you must work with Dudesy to create a new children's book called My Pal, Shall." Toner titled this segment My Pal, Shall. Will and Chad, you must discuss the plot of a children's book called My Pal, Shall. Thank you to Toner for this
right.
week's Patreon bonus segment. This is My Pal, Shall by Toner. Begin.
My pal Chow.
Yeah, I got one question before we begin this.
Mm-hmm.
Is this based on my real life?
If you like Dudesy, here's what you do. Please tell a friend and rate and review. If you like Dudesy, here's what you do. Please tell a friend and rate and review. If you like Dudesy, here's what you do. Please tell a friend and